Welcome to the hardest challenge in Wynncraft, Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man Craftsman. I have to craft every single piece of gear for my character. On top of that, it's an Ultimate Iron Man, meaning I don't have access to trading, shops, or even the bank. And one death, and it's all over. The goal? Max out our character's level and all the professions. Let's get started. And here we are. The province of Wind, starting in the starter town of Ragni. So the first things we need to do is we need to get leveling up. So I have already put in my first skill. So let's head out and kill some mobs, hit some loot chests, and start leveling up a little bit, and that will make us feel a lot safer. Alright, we're going to start off on these level 1 weak zombies, just to be safe, and we're going to be using our skill every time. Alright, so we do need to be careful with our health, because again, if we die, we restart. Not only do we have to level, but we're going to need to start our professions as well. So let's go over here. I know there's like a group of mobs that can spawn, and with this group should level me up a bit, but I don't see them right now. I think this is it. So this group of mobs can spawn. See, there's a lot of archers, so I'm a little bit worried, but if we just bait them into me, then yeah, we can skill them pretty good. And we hit level 2. Alright, so we are going to be focusing our stat points on a couple things. For sure, defense. Defense is going to be very important to, ensure we don't die. And then also on strength, this will increase the damage we deal. Actually, maybe we're going to do more dexterity than strength, because it's increases the thunder damage, and I believe Paladin scales a lot off of thunder damage. But for now, I don't want to restart, so we're going to put both of our starter points into defense, and we are just going to unlock Spear Proficiency 1. Improve your main attack's damage and range when using the spear, so that is pretty nice. So we're over here at the tool merchant, so let's go ahead and buy up one of each. Oh, we are being attacked. We bought up one of each, and now we need to go to the town to learn what materials we need to craft our first gear. Alright, so we start with a weapon, but we don't start with any armor. So when we come to the armor crafting station, we can see here we need to craft a helmet, copper ingots, and oak paper at level 1. And a chest plate is also copper ingots and oak paper. And for our boots and pants, it's copper ingots and wheat strings, and copper ingots and wheat strings. So we need to gather copper ingots and wheat strings and paper. So there's some trees in here. We can gather our paper just right here. This should be all the paper we need. Now let us go find some copper ingots. Here we are at the ingots, or this little rock that we can mine the ingots from. I'm gonna collect 4 of these ingots, and it's also near that big group of mobs, so we're gonna have to deal with them as well. So this one is kind of risky. That's where this challenge can really get spooky, is when I have to come out in the world when I don't quite have the best gear and gather these materials. And I need the stronger materials from the stronger areas. Let's see if we can quickly mine this. But let's go ahead and mine up some more copper. And there's this Defender of the Plains mob coming towards me. I don't want anything to do with the Defender of the Plains. I just want to mine my copper. Please leave me alone. So we hop worlds. That way we can come over and mine this copper over here again. I really don't want to risk dying to a giant enemy like that already, so we are not even going to risk it. Come over here and mine our copper. We also need wheat. I don't know if we can actually gather it in here, but we need to complete a quest before going in here. There's a little farm area right up here, so I'm going to mark my waypoint. Let's gather our string. I don't want to accidentally hit one of these scarecrows. I don't know if they do damage, but I don't want to risk it. Okay, and on the way back, we are going to go back to that rock that we were mining our copper from. Try to get a little bit more copper, because I think we're going to need a lot of that stuff. We got a 2-star. I don't know what the difference is. So we can actually use the tier 2 gathering pick now. We got some 2-star copper ingots. Maybe that can give us better gear. I don't really know how the crafting system works in this game. That's gonna make this all the more fun. Alright, here we are at the armoring station, and let's try to get this made. So we're going to need 1 copper ingot and 2 paper for our helmet. So I'm going to see what happens if we use our tier 2 copper. Actually, I'm going to save that for the chest plate. And 2 paper. That makes the normal health, but that's plus 9 health. To make the chest plate, it's 2 copper and 1 paper. Looks like it is going to let us use the tier 2 copper, which that gets us the average breastplate of Ragni. That's pretty neat. So kind of ups it a little bit. So let's go ahead and equip that. That is awesome. We now have 36 health. These low level mobs won't be able to mess with us at all. So now we're going to need 1 copper ingot and 2 strings. So 1 copper, 2 string. And this will craft our common boots of slightly chipped common boots. And then we need 2 copper and 1 string for our pants. Awesome. Now we need our weapon. So to make a spear, it's 2 oak wood and 1 copper ingot, and I'm hoping it's going to be better than the spear we start with. Let us go ahead and chop some trees for wood. Thankfully there's some just right here. Maybe we can get some tier 2 wood here. We got 1 piece of tier 2 wood. Perfect. 2 pieces of tier 2 wood. I'm not going to go out and get a higher tier copper. We are going to just hang out with the tier 1 copper. This should still increase the potency of our weapon. And we have the average halberd of Siegfried. Okay. So that's an average DPS of 8, and this is an average DPS of 7. So it is an upgrade, even though it's not much, it still is an upgrade. And now we have our full set of armor. We now have 56 health, so our next step is going to be to level up. Now the best way to level up early is through questing. So we are going to start the quest right here with this guy we got right at the beginning of the game. If you want to see the questing and the story side of the game, I recommend you check out my full playthrough of the game. There I take my time, I do all of the quests. I have another mod installed where it goes through the dialogue as well, and like voice actor, so I recommend you watch that if that is kind of what you're interested in. So I'm just going to be shooting through the dialogue super fast, not caring about the lore or the story on this particular playthrough. Did he sell the next tier? He did. 12 each. I am going to buy tier 2 stuff already as well. It's going to save me some time. And we're actually going to try to head into our first cave. Caves can give us a lot of XP for completion, and they can help us get some more money. With our gear, we're really not in any danger here. Enemies defeated. We got our loot. We have an emerald pouch. That is really what I wanted. This emerald pouch is going to be so nice for inventory space. Inventory space is going to be a big issue because we do not have access to a bank on the Ultimate Iron Man. You use some of the crafting bag slots to hold whatever items you want. Back on the surface, almost level 4. Oh, we just hit level 4. Let's go ahead and spend our points. So we are going to unlock the double bash ability. This will give us some range. And then we are going to put our points into, for now, just all defense because I'm not sure what else I want to put it on. But now when we use bash, it gives us a little bit of range, which is awesome. Oh, okay. Don't mind with spare tools on you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of the tier 2s I can't use in my backpack, and hopefully that will be enough to make the system happy. Okay, so let us go and talk to the brother. Yes sir, yes sir. Alright, go down the stairs and get him the energy mushroom. I can do that. So now that we have our little range, boom, hits twice, has some range. And again, all of this gear and stuff we get, I'm not going to sell, I'm just going to throw on the ground. The money is going to mostly be useful for things such as buying more crafting tools. So we did get the energy mushroom, so let's get out of here. We got you your energy mushroom, man. Quest completed. And we're also not using quest items, so I know we can technically use quest items with the rules, but we are not going to be using quest items, only crafted gear. So what we are going to do next is focus on leveling up more and gathering materials. So it's just going to be a lot of grindiness for a bit, and then we are going to try to craft the next tier of gear. You know, it's just going to be a constant get stronger, level up, use new gear, move to new zones. It's kind of going to be the flow of this, but it's going to be really hard, especially when we get into some dungeons. We cannot afford to die. I could probably play it super slow and just farm mobs in the open world the whole time, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take on dungeons. We're going to fight bosses. We're going to do all sorts of fun things as well. We got to level up, so let's put our points into defense. So we do have like a little quest down at the bottom, which is win dungeons and loot 5 chests. So that should give us some bonus XP. So we do have a quest for a dungeon, decrepit sewers, which is actually towards the quest for poisoning the pest. So we're gonna hit poisoning the pest on the way to the decrepit sewers. This way we will get access to this farm area, which might make traveling in this area a little bit easier. Alright, here we are poisoning the pest. Pretty much like, oh hey, this guy in here, I think it might be his dad or something, is not doing so hot. So we need to poison the water so it eventually kills him. So added the poison to the water, and now we will be able to damage him. So this is our first stronger enemy. So I'm hoping that we are just fine taking him out. Slay the corrupt farmer. Oh yeah. With our gear, plus all of our points in defense. Easy mode. But one death, if we're not careful one time, we'll have to restart. We're going to go over to the sewers, and we're going to be chopping wood and gathering stuff along the way. Leveling up our crafting professions. This way, we can keep using better gear, getting better resources, and so on. So we are level 5, so we want to be doing things that is going to give us a nice chunk of XP. Alright, here we are at the Decrepit Sewers quest. Let's go ahead and jump through this dialogue. I am ready now. Alright, follow me. This is a pretty fast quest. Can jump straight in. Let me in, let me in. Alright, so here we gotta take out some bats. So we do still need to be careful with our health. This is like our first actual quest of fighting enemies. Then hopefully today we can also take on the Decrepit Sewers itself. I think before we take that on, we will need to upgrade our gear one more time. Do some experimenting with making a stronger set. Our mana is a big issue right now. But this right here is getting us a nice chunk of XP just from taking out these mobs. Find a way to fix the blockage. Okay, we can right click to explode the TNT, and then the water's gonna come rushing out. Run! We have fixed the blockage, so now we gotta get out of the spooky sewer. Should be just right over here. There are some skeletons up ahead. Alright, we are stuck in a spider web. We did lose just about 10 health, which is quite frightening. Play slow, play smart. And we gotta find our way out of it. Oh man. Skeleton Reapers here. We did level up. We've got another ability point. Oh man, we are taking some heavy damage from this Reaper. Use the bone to exit. We want to get out of here. Right click to break the pillar. Awesome. Now we can parkour up here because I am the parkour master. And out we go. Before we go out, seems like a pretty safe place to put in our skill points. We can learn our next ability, Charge. So we have our movement skill now. Oh, so we need to run away from the water. Alright, so he's blowing that up. I don't want to be anywhere near that. We gotta go in. We got the key for the sewer. Gives us all this gear that we can't use and that we don't want. So let's go ahead and throw it on the ground. Alright, so my objective now is to get strong enough gear that I am 100% confident in taking on the boss of the sewers. Right now I'm not. I'm not 100% confident. So as we are killing these zombies, we are getting this flesh, which you can see can increase our weapons damage, main attack damage, and we are getting other items that we can craft into a even stronger set of gear. I'm going to be working on that and getting the stronger set of gear. By next video, I will have it and we will be ready to take on the Decrepit Sewer. So thank you for watching this video. I'm excited to continue playing this. It's going to be a hard challenge, but it will, that makes it even more fun in my opinion. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.